Hello, my name is Mike Parker. I am the Chaplain General of the British Army, and I'm in training to run the London Marathon in aid of the Army Benevolent Fund. You've probably seen some of our videos and know by now that I've been joined on some of this training by people connected with chaplaincy, including a number of our chaplains. And so joining me today for this mile is Father PJ. Say hi, PJ.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone.
So PJ, introduce yourself. Where are you based at the moment? What are you doing? How long have you been in the army?
My name is Father PJ O'Driscoll. I'm an Irishman. I'm in the army now 9 years and I'm stationed at present in Aldershot. So that's where I am at the moment, enjoying every bit of it.
And one of the things that you will detect quite quickly is that PJ's a proper runner and could thrash me around here if we're going to, but he's promised to play nicely and to go at my pace so that we can have a bit of a conversation. So PJ, you love your fizz though, don't you?
I do like my fizz. As, I did say before I joined the army that it was my job to keep myself fit. The army would get me fitter. And I would do between 90 to 100 kilometers a week. For more for my own inspiration and to keep myself alive at my age of 54, just to keep myself going.
He's younger than me, by the way.
Which is very important. He's an inspiration.
So you don't follow a plan as such, you get out most of the time, you stretch out as your body feels you want to, bit of time to clear your mind.
I feel at my age now it's self-preservation, an inspiration to get myself either during the winters, treadmill, but as the weather gets better, just like a day today, get out into the fresh air and stretch the legs. So no set program. I'm more of a runner who I'll start and I'll get to a finish. How fast is up to me.
And most of the time it is quite fast, and most of the time it is quite long, and most of the time I get really intimidated by his running. So PJ, looking after yourself physically is really important to our work as chaplains. It's also important that we look after ourselves spiritually. So how do you combine those two things, your spiritual health and your physical health?
Well, for me, they're very important because for me, when I'm running by myself, but it helps me to meditate as well. Helps me just to reflect where I am, what I'm doing as a Catholic priest. It even helps me to meditate on what I'm going to say in my sermons the coming Sunday or whatever celebrations are coming up. And that helps me to, in some way, bond with the good Lord, because he had a lot of walking. He got his steps out when he was on the earth and he reflected in that way. So it helps me to reflect spiritually and emotionally, and also hopefully with that spirituality of prayer during my running to inspire other people during services.
Do you know, PJ, it's been really interesting as I've spent this time with chaplains running, particularly those who are runners like us. The number of people who've spoken about how the physicality of running helps to clear the mind, helps to create a kind of holistic healthiness within us.
For me, it's very important because we live in a world that's very fast and fast and fast, you know, and people don't slow down to think. And yet, even though I might be running fast on a treadmill or out in grounds like this, I'm actually slowing myself down mentally.
Yeah.
Because it's just myself and the good Lord, not the chaotic world that's around us. And I actually can focus a bit more and then to bring that spirituality into the services with people who may have had a very hectic week, that it helps them to calm themselves down and get out of the rat race of life, but come into the race of spirituality.
Yeah. So during your 9 years in the army, we've moved around a fair bit. You've done a lot of great things. What sort of things have you enjoyed during that time? What's been memorable for you?
Well, I mean, I've had many aspects of the army that have been very enjoyable, which I love doing still. I suppose one of the big things was being in operations with the Fusiliers when I was working with them. Just being out with the soldiers, being in the scene, their day-to-day world, but also celebrating, because away from families, you're that kind of bond, welfare, spirituality, and emotionally. And that's a great privilege. It's a great privilege because soldiers will come to me, and they're offering where they are, and it's humbling to be in their presence. And I think you have these soldiers who are big, tough, and we kind of like want to be Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of people, and yet when they come to you, there's a humility, there's a brokenness, and that's very humbling, and I find that very refreshing, but also very special and very privileged. So over my 9 years is that relationship that you build with those soldiers, and it's a gift, I find.
And of course, being able to do that in the context of a chaplain's department, which by its nature is quite a diverse group of people. Chaplains from all sorts of different walks of life, different churches, different faith groups, incredible richness.
And that, coming from Ireland, where you predominantly is Catholic, coming into the department, which is multi-denominational, multicultural, multi-diverse, helps me to develop my spirituality, my priesthood, but also my personal self as well, to deal with these different aspects of humanity within the department.